Hi, 5th grade. Thanks for joining me again. We are working on lesson 91 of math. So you need your book. You need something to write with. I hope you've read the entire lesson and looked over the lesson explanation on Jupiter. We are starting on page 476. So this is kind of a culmination lesson and a little bit of a review. Sometimes when we simplify fractions, we have to use a two-step process. We have to simplify an improper fraction into a proper whole number or mixed number. And then we have to make sure that if we have a proper mixed number, we don't need to reduce the fraction further into its lowest terms. So that would be the second step. So that's our lesson, is that sometimes when we're simplifying fractions, we need to both convert an improper fraction into a proper whole number or mixed number. And then if we have a mixed number, we have to make sure that we can't reduce our fraction further. So we're going to do a little bit of practice. Our practice is on page 478. So we have the improper fraction 6/4. So 6/4, if we just convert it into a proper fraction, converts to 1 2/4. Okay? So if we leave it like that, it's not incorrect. It's just not in its lowest terms because 2/4 reduces to 1/2. So 6/4 should really, sorry, I got to move my microphone there. 6/4 should be written as 1 1/2. See? I don't think this whiteboard's going to work out long term. Maybe I could do this. Let's see. So we have 10/6. 10/6 is an improper fraction. If we convert it into a mixed number with a proper fraction, we get 1 4/6. Okay? 4/6 should be reduced to 2/3. So 10/6 should be written as 1 2/3. We have the mixed number 2 8/6. So 8/6 is an improper fraction. So we need to convert it into a proper mixed number and then add 2 to it because we already have the whole number 2. 8/6 is going to be 1 2/6. So if we add our 3, that gives us, if we add our 2, that gives us 3 2/6, like that. Okay, so now we have a mixed number with a proper fraction, but our fraction can be reduced. Our fraction should be reduced to 1/3. So our number should really be 3 1/3. D gives us 3 4/10. All right, 3 4/10. Not 3 4/10. That doesn't say that. This is 3 10/4. 3 4/10 would still need to be reduced. But 3 10/4 is an improper mixed number. We need a proper fraction. So 10/4 is actually going to be converted into 2 2/4. Okay? Yes. If we add our 3, that gives us 5 2/4. Okay? So 5 2/4, the fraction 2/4 can be reduced to the fraction 1/2. So 3 10/4 really should be 5 1/2 if we simplify it all the way, if we take all the steps. Okay. 10/4, right? We just did 10/4. That reduces to 2 1/2. Okay. 12/8. Okay, we just have an improper fraction. 12/8 is going to, as a mixed number, is going to be 1 4/8. Okay, so then we want to reduce 4/8 to 1/2. So 12/8 is really 1 and 1/2. 4 and 14/8 is going to be, we're going to convert 14/8 into a proper fraction. 14/8 is going to be 1 and 6/8. We're going to add our 4, so that's going to give us 5 and 6/8. 6/8 reduces to 3/4. So 4 and 14/8 is 5 and 3/4. Okay. And then we have 1 and 10/8. Okay. So 10/8 is going to be 1 and 2/8. We add our 1 that we already have, and we get 2 and 2/8. See? 2/8 should be reduced. We should reduce 2/8 to 1/4 so that 1 and 10/8 equals 2 and 1/4. Okay? Now, we have a couple of addition and multiplication problems. So it's really important that now that we know how to simplify improper fractions and to reduce fractions to their lowest terms, that we do that when we complete addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division problems with fractions. We want to put our solution into proper fractions in the lowest possible terms. So I is 1 and 5/6 plus 1 and 5/6. The first step is just to do the addition. So 1 and 5/6 plus 1 and 5/6 is going to be 2 and 10/6. That is our initial solution. Okay? Now, 10/6 is an improper fraction. So we're going to convert 10/6 into a proper fraction. 10/6 as a proper fraction, well, it's a mixed number, is 1 and 4/6. If we add our 2 that we've already got, that gives us 3 and 4/6. Okay, so now we've got a mixed number with a proper fraction, but the fraction can still be reduced. 4/6 is 2/3. So our solution is 3 and 2/3. Okay? So J is asking us 2 and 3/4 plus 4 and 3/4. The first thing we're going to do is just the addition. We add our whole numbers. 2 plus 4 is 6. We add our fractions. 3/4 plus 3/4 is 6/4. And so our initial solution is 6 and 6/4. Okay. 6/4 is an improper fraction. We're going to convert it into a proper mixed number. 6/4 is going to be 1 and 2/4. We add the 1 to the 6 we've already got, and we get 7 and 2/4. Okay, so now we've got a number with a proper a mixed number with a proper fraction, but our fraction can still be reduced because 2/4 is really 1/2. So 7 and 1/2 is our sum. It's the same with multiplication. We have 5/3 times 3/2. We're going to do the multiplication first. 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 2 is 6. Our initial product is 15/6. 15/6 is an improper fraction. We're going to convert it to a proper fraction. So it becomes 2 and 3/6. Okay, so now we have a mixed number with a proper fraction, 2 and 3/6, but 3/6 reduces to 1/2, and we should reduce it if we can. So our solution, our product, is actually 2 and 1/2. Okay. So I hope that has been helpful, and I will see you guys all here later for more math. Have a great day, everybody.